What's going on, guys? We are back in this running gun scheme. In this video, we're going to be breaking down the I-form slot flex running plays. There's three running plays that I use from this formation. The first being this stretch. The stretch is only a good call if you notice your opponent is not base aligning. That would mean that they would be overloaded a little bit more to the left, making that stretch a little bit more viable to the right. But if they're a type of opponent that will base align, especially if they're baseline cover two, that outside corner will really wreck your day running that stretch to the right. So typically what I would come out in is either the stretch if they're not baselining, or I would come out in this halfback toss. Now, this halfback toss is good because you can butt pad it to the left side. So I'll come out in the toss. On defense, let's just come out in 3-4 odd cover 4 drop, since it's one of the best run defenses in the game, one of the main things people use. Now, if they're not baselining like this, I would never flip this toss. You can run it to the weak side if you want. It's not fantastic, and it is a toss. It's one of those coin flip runs, so you kind of just want to use it sparingly. I would never abuse this run. All it takes is one missed block, and then you're losing 3 to 4 yards. But if you see that they are not base aligned and that left side's open on a 3-4 odd, you can audible into this halfback blast, which I always set this halfback blast as my run audible, not the halfback dive smoke, because you can't butt pad that to either side. And I really don't think that smoke, the smoke screen RPOs are very good at all. So this left side, we have a little edge we can get to. We can bounce this outside, we can keep it inside. You'll notice that the receiver does down block on whoever is right above him. He kind of just washes him, which it's a little ridiculous that Amari Cooper is doing this to, what is this, Tim Hightower. He literally just washed down one of the better linebackers in the game. But that is Madden 20. I can bounce this to the outside, and you see that we gain a bunch of yards. If they are baselining, however, which a lot of people do, they will like baseline press. If they're not pinching their line, you can go ahead and run this blast to either side. I usually like flipping to the right. It's not a home run hitting run. Like, you're not going to probably score a touchdown off that unless you get some really sick blocking. Same thing with the left side. The fullback should target the outside linebacker. It doesn't always happen that way. Right there, boom, we got great blocking. Incredible blocking, actually, and we scored a touchdown. If they are baseline pressing and pinching the line, however, this is why we come out in the toss. You see something like this. If you've really been hitting them with the run, you could still run the blast with this. There's still this gap right here. Sometimes a user can shoot it. Other times the half where the fullback picks it up. But if they're doing something like this, you can call the toss and flip it to the other side. It's still one of those coin flip runs where it's not always going to be super consistent. You see Hightower almost picked it up in the backfield, but ended up scoring a touchdown. I wouldn't live off that. The main reason I like this formation is because of the passing, but it does have you need to have the threat of the run from this formation, and those are probably two of the more consistent runs against like 3-4 odd and things like that. So if you're gonna run the ball from this, make sure that you set your run audible to halfback blast. Either come out in the stretch or the toss, and just read the defense's alignment, and then pick your gaps accordingly. And that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. This isn't really a home run hitting run play formation, but it's mainly going to be our pass formation. So go ahead and check out the next few videos. We'll break down the passing concepts that we use from this to get down the field from these big sets.